A business background to fix the struggling economy. That's Mitt Romney's key argument. So why are his advisors saying stuff like this about the president?
He spent his early years in Hawaii smoking something, spent the next set of years in Indonesia, and another set of years in Indonesia. And frankly, when he came to the U.S., he worked as a community organizer, which is a socialized structure.
And why does the candidate himself insist on describing the president's economic philosophy like this?
Celebrating success instead of attacking it and denigrating makes America strong. That's the right course for this country. His course is extraordinarily foreign.
Exotic, foreign, Indonesia, Hawaii. It all feels so 2008. New York Times columnist Charles Blow joins me now. Charles, you know, this type of attack line that the president is somehow a stranger, do Republicans actually think this is the best approach?
It seems like it. I mean, it's getting to the point that it's more than coincidence at this point. I saw Marco Rubio tweeted out today because Barack Obama is in Florida, and Rubio is apparently following the speech, and he says parts of it sound like a left-wing dictator from a third world country. And you know, third world countries, most of these are black and brown people. You get this kind of accumulation of references that it starts to get to the point where you say, this can't just be a coincidence. They are trying a coordinated effort to drop subtle hints that this man is different than the rest of us and the people who should vote for Romney.
Yeah, after 3.5 years in office, and he's still this foreign guy. Now, Mitt Romney has been a little bit more careful about his words. Take a look at his response to a voter in Ohio on Wednesday.
And it's all because of what this monster has done to this country. We have to have you as president.
That's not a term I would use, but
I can. I'm an angry mom.
An angry mom. He didn't want to use that word, but that got an applause line from the crowd.
Right. But you can expect certain things like that from people. I mean, I think that there are coarse people out there. They're very passionate. They're not politicians. They're not necessarily surrogates of the campaign. I expect a different level of discourse coming from official surrogates of campaigns, however. So Mitt Romney can say to that person, and I think that's honorable always for a candidate to say, no, we don't do that sort of thing. Let's don't talk about people in that way. However, when you continue to say, or intimate that this person is somehow foreign, doesn't quite understand the way America works, or your surrogates go on television and say this person needs to understand how to be an American, or Marco Rubio says he sounds like a third world dictator, those are people, one of whom is being considered for a vice presidential candidate from what we hear from the Romney campaign. Those are people you don't expect that sort of language from. And so when it comes from them, it's a very different thing. And what you're saying is that he is so other than you, and that otherness is not what has made America great, which is what we all used to think that what Barack Obama's story was what made America great.
Right.
This is all these very different experiences, and then this person rises up to become the president. This is what is America.
Right. Only in America could this story
Only in America.
happen.
And however, for some reason, because of his particular set of differences,
right,
it is not un-American. It's very un-American.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think this has more to do with not playing up Mitt Romney's strengths or how he would lead the country, but stoking that fire that we've known for a long time, that there is more anger at the president, at Barack Obama, than there is love for Mitt Romney?
Absolutely. I mean, and Mitt Romney's advisors obviously see the same polls that we see, which is that when people say they're going to vote for Mitt Romney, they're not saying that they're going to vote for him because they like him. They're voting for him because they're voting against Barack Obama. So Mitt Romney knows that the more fire he puts into the belly of that beast, the more he can stoke those fires of people being against Barack Obama for whatever reason that is. And some of those can be, real policy differences. We have different ways of seeing the economy, how we want to lead the country. Some of those can be very nasty reasons. We just cannot get used to the idea that this man is running around the White House and, the daughters have cornrows and he has a black wife. I mean, there's a certain level on which you can start to suggest things that point to a very different in the composition of your supporters and the composition of the president's supporters, and try to stretch that to be his policies and his belief systems, and whether he's born here or whether he's a Muslim or not. And those sorts of things are what really get to a very negative part.
And on that note, Charles Blow, I have to thank you very much for coming in today.